All right, lot nicer talking to you guys this week after a big win for our guys. Very proud of our group. We have a resilient group. You know, when you really look at our roster, we've got a very young team, and you know, you saw some of that youth kind of come to fruition in a couple of our losses. But I think what you also see today is that our culture is really good. We have guys that believe in one another. We have guys that believe in our coaches. We have guys that believe in this program, and they're never going to stop fighting no matter what is thrown at them. And I think you really got to see that tonight. I thought this was the best game we've played this season in terms of offense, defense, and special teams executing at a high level. And again, I just think it's a culmination of this group's work. These guys work extremely hard. They do everything that we're asking them to do, and then some. And so I'm really excited for my group to get this feeling back and get us back in the right direction in terms of our record and winning down the stretch. But very happy with the way they played, and very excited about moving forward after a little bit of momentum tonight. So I will open it up to any questions you guys for the players, but I appreciate you all being here.
Joshua, I'll start with you. When you were first medically cleared to play again this week, what was the excitement like? Were you nervous at all?
No, not at all. I was very excited just being able to go back out there, be with my teammates, be with my brothers, and just go have some fun.
4 touchdowns in the first half, 11 for 17 for 231 yards. It was the first time since November 18th, 2023, that a Vanless quarterback has thrown for 4 touchdowns in one half. What was clicking for you on offense?
Just being with my receivers throughout the week, getting extra throws after practice, understanding, you know, what technique the corners were going to play, what defense was going to be brought up in the specific play that was happening, and when guys were open, and I got it to them.
Deuce, to go to you. That pick that you had, Sam Brown got the pressure, and then you just kind of floated towards the ball. What did you see there on that pick?
What I saw, I mean, we were just in a cover 2 underneath, and then I just see it roll out, and then just props to Sam Brown. The ball just came right to me, and it was just able to just. I was trying to score, but I mean, someone hawked me down quickly.
Dude's kind of going off of that. I think the front 7 did a really good job of applying pressure on the quarterback today. When those guys are able to do that successfully, what does that do for you guys in the secondary, being able to make some plays?
It just makes it so much easier for us, you know, just getting that pressure just makes the ball come out quicker, have us not guard as long, you know. Without a front 7, really, it's impossible to guard for more than 4 seconds. So our D-line really did a great job today, just going back to the basics, just honing in, and we just got to – that's the standard of our defense, so we just got to keep doing it every week.
Dude, so you guys really got off the field on 3rd down. You guys only let them convert twice out of 13 times
Yes.
on 3rd down. Was that an emphasis, or was it just something that you guys felt like you just were coming to play?
We did a good job last week doing that, and we just that needs to be the standard in each and every game. Coach Dennison pushes us each week to just have us that needs to be the standard every time. Like, we can't have any other way.
And then this one's for Joshua. Joshua, I'm just wondering. I mean, I know you weren't part of the 3-game losing streak, but just tell me a little bit about. I mean, what does it feel to get this win? Because I saw during the 3rd and 4th quarter, you guys were having a lot of fun, just being with each other. It looked like.
That's what Coach Ford, he put in the team meeting coming Tuesday, was just have fun and believe. And that's all we all wanted to do, was just have fun. Go out there, play for each other, play for one another, and play for your brother at the end of the day. And that's all that needed to be spoken of. And it was spoken to us, and we came out today, but it made it happen.
Yeah, Joshua, saw you directing the band. What was that like, celebrating the win?
It was an amazing feeling, being able to just go out there, direct the band, but can't do it without any of my teammates in the offense, and none of this coaching staff. Can't do it without any of them. So, you know, kudos to everyone that's on this coaching staff, this team, and we come out with a win.
Yeah, Joshua, after you made that opening run, that 9-yard run, did that kind of cement in your head, okay, I'm back, everything's going to hold together?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, especially after just the first play, just getting hit a little bit. That definitely gave me the mindset of, oh, yeah, it's game time, and we're back into, just playing football.
Players, and then we'll
Visa.
Boys.
Thank you.
Good job, boys. Good job. Love you, boys. Yep, love you too.
Yeah, Coach. So first off, I'll just ask about Joshua. Obviously, he's an uber talented player, but what specifically about Joshua seemingly opens up the entirety of the offense?
Well, I just think he has a great ability to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and get the ball out on time. I think we struggled with that over the last couple of weeks without him. Just getting the ball out on time and being confident in his reads was huge. And then obviously he's got the ability to extend plays. You know, you saw some plays where maybe no one's open on the first read, but he creates a little time. Guys playing backyard football, and he's finding guys open down the field. And I think that's just something that he brings to the table every week. And he's very hard to defend. So I think moving forward, he's going to be obviously the key to a lot of our offense.
Eli Cummings had a huge day as well. He had that 64-yard screen pass, but also he ended with 100 yards receiving and 65 yards rushing. Was it game plan to focus on Eli this week?
Absolutely. He's healthy. You know, this is the first week where we felt like he's 100% healthy. We didn't have him on a pitch count. We were really making sure he could get the ball in every way possible. That kid can do it all, right? He can catch it. He can run it. He's physical. He's absolutely what we're looking for at tailback, and he really showed that, his versatility tonight. I didn't realize he had 100 yards until after the game, but that doesn't surprise me, right? He's a guy that could go for 100 on the ground, 100 in the air pretty easily, and we look forward to continuing to get him the football.
You've talked about complementary football pretty often. Obviously, something clicked for both your offense and defense today. Was there something you worked on differently in practice? Why do you think it clicked?
No, I don't know if it's anything that we worked on differently. I think the guys just really saw that at times we didn't play together. You know, we were a culmination of talent as opposed to a team. And when we watch those clips, I think it really set in stone for those guys. Like, hey, they care about each other. We're doing all the right things. Well, we got to do all the right things all the time. Picking each other up literally and figuratively off the ground. You know, we've got to do a better job celebrating. We got to do a better job picking guys up when things get negative and we have, you know, bad things happen to us in the game. And that's where our focus really went to, is being great teammates, right? Being guys that care about one another and that are going to pick each other up when things are going wrong. And you really got to see that tonight.
Coach, Joshua did a great job decision making today. I won't get into specifics on what exactly he saw, but I want to go back to that last touchdown before the half. He calls an audible at the line, throws a touchdown to Emerson. I mean, what do you have to say about his ability to, you know, as the season has gone on, really get comfortable in his role, take command of the offense, and make call-outs like that to be able to get the offense further along?
Well, what you're seeing is a guy that's playing more snaps, right? I mentioned that we had a young team. Well, Josh was a young player, right? Before this game, I think Joshua still had under 400 snaps as a college football player. And so what I think you're seeing is just the maturity happening before our eyes. He's getting more reps. He's getting more opportunities at live coverage, and he's doing a great job. You know, he studies really, really hard. He's a guy that really puts in the work in the film room, and what I think you're seeing is that comfort level continue to rise because of the snaps that he's getting.
You know, you've talked a lot about, since you arrived in Moscow, about how physical you want this team to be. I mean, both sides of the ball really in this game. You got a lot of great lead blocks, particularly Nate Azzopardi getting out in front of Eli on that first touchdown.
Yeah, it was big time.
And obviously you talked about it with Deuce. You guys got a lot of pressure on the quarterback today. You know, what does it do for this team when you guys are able to enforce your will in the trenches?
Yeah, that's like our number one thing in terms of who we want to be on the field is physical. And I think we've been a physical team most of the season, but I think tonight was just a culmination where everyone, you know, all three phases were physical. We really kind of, you know, focused on that, getting back to basics in our program, and I think it definitely paid off for us tonight.
You talked about the success of all three phases earlier in the year. You know, had some struggles on special teams from time to time. This game, it was really clean. It was a great punting day from Cameron Pope.
Yeah.
He switched from place kicker to punter, and then on that one booming punt he had, it was a heck of a tackle from Dylan Fisher. You know, what do you have to say about the impact the special teams had on this game, just not letting Portland State get any momentum in any way?
Yeah, I thought our special teams played exceptionally well. I'm really proud of Cameron Pope. You know, obviously he was demoted as our place kicker, but he didn't hang his head. He didn't sulk about it. He just worked on a way that he could help. He's always been a really good punter. He just hadn't focused on it as much, and he really got to focusing on it. Looked really good during the bye week. Northern Colorado, we said, hey, let's see if we can get him in there. Punted really well last week against Eastern and continued to punt well tonight. So I'm very proud of that young man for his resolve. Because, again, sometimes when you lose your starting spot, man, it's easy to just crawl into a hole and feel like you're not a part of the team. And he did anything but that, found a different way to really help our team, and he did that tonight. I thought Owen Forsman was really dynamite in our kickoff game. We had squibs out there, deep kicks, really showed an array of his leg talent. And I know Owen Adams missed the first one, but he got back on track, kicked his longest field goal of his career. So, and he was perfect with PATs as well. So I think that group has really come along. Dylan Fisher, you mentioned him. He was a backup. Xander Eccles had been our starter. He kind of got banged up, and Dylan stepped up. But again, this is what happens when young players get opportunities. When young players get more reps, they get better. And I think we've got some really, really talented young guys.
Joshua said when he was out that one of the things he did on the sidelines was try to keep the other quarterbacks calm.
Yeah.
What was he like on the sidelines?
Oh, he's always calm. Josh is about the most even keel quarterback you could have. Outside of the Washington State game, he was a little bit emotional. He's really that way. He is very even keeled. Things go great, he'll celebrate with his teammates, but he's not going to get too high. Things go wrong, might throw an interception. Yeah, he'll be ticked off about it, but he's not going to spend too much time worrying about it because, again, he's very focused on the next play. I think Joshua just really believes everything we're preaching. Where we talk about not living in the past, we talk about how you respond is way more important than the events that actually happen to you. And I think he really, truly believes all of that and embodies it when he plays.
Coach, I saw you having a little bit of fun on the sideline, too, in between the third and fourth quarter. But I'm wondering, what does this do for confidence, momentum with 4 games left in the season? I mean, I'm assuming it just builds, right?
Absolutely. I think this team is a very good team that lost their starting quarterback and struggled a little bit on offense the last 2 weeks. And I think what you saw was us get healthy, get our guy back, and turn into the confident team that knows they can go beat anybody that we play. And I think that's what we're going to be really hanging our hat on the rest of the season, focusing one game at a time and trying to do the best we possibly can in that game, and we'll worry about the next one when it comes.
Coach, over the past couple seasons, trick plays have become a mainstay in the Idaho offense. Obviously, you got new personnel in the coaching staff this year, had a couple really successful trick plays today. What does it mean when you guys are able to incorporate those in as well as your, go-to plays?
Well, I think when you're the head coach and you're struggling in any area, you try to go help that area a little bit more. And I definitely had a lot more involvement with our offense, especially the planning portion. And that's something that I love. I love trick plays. I love taking deep shots. Those are things that I want in our offense. And I think Coach Linehan really understood that in this game plan. And we'll continue to build more game plans like it. Awesome. Thank you, guys. V's up.